switching providers, just so you guys know.
Welcome everybody to another Wednesday Wolf recap. I am Justin Banks and we have Chris, no risk, no premium.
Yep.
We're not financial advisors. Anything we say or anyone says on this call should not be taken as financial advice, pure opinion and entertainment only.
What's up, guys? Chris here, aka No Risk, No Premium.
What's up, Chris?
What's up? What's up? How we doing?
Too bad?
No. Hey, rough fucking day though. Rough week for me personally. You know, we had a killer week last week. I mean, we called almost every single thing that was going to happen. Then we did our live trading on Friday and murked it. And then this week, you know, maybe like you guys was feeling pretty fucking confident. Like my shit didn't stink. Like I could touch anything. I knew exactly what was going on. And, you know, maybe these last 2 days, I was a little bit biased towards where I think we were going to go or what we were supposed to do. I ended up breaking my rules, getting my lunch money taken from me, and then they spit in my face on the way down. Right. So guys, when I tell you the market shows no prejudice and it doesn't give a fuck who you are, it will take your goddamn lunch money and steal your girlfriend. All right. It doesn't care. So I got caught today. So I just stepped away. Right. I stepped away. I said, fuck it. But why would I broke my rules. I was already not disciplined. Okay. And now I can try to force my way back into a trade. Like it just didn't make sense. So I just stepped away. I literally took a lap around the street. Like I literally walked outside. I was just like, you're fine. Everything's good. Right. But with that being said, guys, everybody's going to lose trades. It is impossible. If there's a trader out there that says, I never lose, they're full of fucking shit. It's just a fact. We can never predict exactly where the market is going to go. It's impossible. Okay. The only thing that we can control is our emotions and our discipline. That's it. That's it. So don't worry about anything else. All right. So listen, I was bad today. I'll be better tomorrow. I'm already good. I'm already good to go. I'm juiced up. I'm ready to go. We already have a good synopsis on what's going to happen with SPY more than likely, you know, as far as the remainder of the week, what to expect. So, you know, I'm ready. I'm excited. Dylan, you know, it's funny too, guys. I saw you guys messaging, you know, earlier, and Dylan was even saying some stuff about, you know, he's kind of struggling a little bit. And I think Dan said something about it, you know, Justin, you know, some of the guys that you see in there that are posting a lot, giving some trade ideas, you know, Erica says we all are, you know, we all are for sure. This week of the market has been very tough. As far as, especially today, you know, guys, like we are all human guys. Nobody in here sucks at trading. Everybody in here right now just got a little kick in the fucking nuts as far as their confidence goes. You know what I mean? Now you second guess yourself a little bit. Oh, is this really supports my entry? Is this? No, let me, oh, wait. Oh, and then you're chasing because it actually takes off, right? Matt says, I suck at it, but I'm getting better. Matt, you're definitely getting better. Okay. It's a lot of it has to do with the confidence, right? You got to keep the confidence. The confidence is part of that psychological game, right? It's easy when shit goes south to try to scrap your discipline, scrap your goals, scrap your rules. You're easy to scrap all that and be like, fuck it. That shit didn't work because you got kicked in the balls one time, right? Mike Tyson said everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face, right? Yeah, everybody does have a plan to get chopped. I got dropped. I got punched right in the nose, right in my suck hole, and I went down. And I initially was, I'm going to get it back. I remember I said that to myself. I was like, I'm going to get this shit back. Watch. And I went from calls to puts. I went from puts to calls. Then I went back to puts and I went, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? And at that point I was like, okay, dude, you're revenge trading. You're too emotional. Right. And, you know, and to me, for you guys, like, you know, it's also has a level of anxiety and stress, because I know a lot of you guys in the room or in our Discord, you know, you're looking up to Justin and I, you know, you're going to trust our judgment. You trust our opinion. You trust that we're going to execute, right? So I know it's, I know it doesn't, it literally is not this. Your money's not my money. I can't force you to make a trade. I'm not putting a gun to your head. But I know, listen, when I type in that I'm taking something, everybody's got eyes on it and they're looking. Okay. Right. So like, if you guys also lose a trade, it feels like I lose a trade too. All right. And that's not, we obviously shouldn't have that mindset. Like your guys' account, your account, my account's my account. I shouldn't worry about that. But, Justin and I talk about it all the time. We can't help but feel that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, even if we win and somebody loses on it, like that still feels
It
shitty.
still feels like we lose a little bit.
Yeah, we still
not
lost.
as gratifying.
No.
So, it is tough. And I'm not trying to make an excuse or anything, but, it is a little bit of an added, thing on my conscience as far as, we want you guys to win that bad. All right. So, I promise we're going to be right back to it. Justin and I, we've been on the phone today all day. We've just been talking, getting each other's minds right. We're like, sometimes you got to call on someone to pick you up real quick, and that's how it goes. Right. So we're good. We're right back on it. Right. Steph Curry ain't going to hesitate. If he missed 10 threes in a row, he's going to shoot that next one. Right. He's going to shoot the next one. Okay.
Well,
so
I think
go ahead.
To add to it though, I mean, how a stock chart looks is essentially like how your emotions run, right? Like you're up and then you're down and you're up and you're down. And it's pretty much like, that's how your trading is always going to be. Like you're not just going to be on this hot run forever. You're not going to be on a cold run forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's always going to be kind of like, you're going to be managing kind of like, like a moving average, essentially, if you want to look at it like that. Like you're always trying to get to that perfect, sweet spot. But, just like a chart, you're going to be way down and you're going to be way above. But you're going to be constantly just trying to get to, that middle part. That's just going to be, it's going to be a constant battle. So don't feel like, oh, I'm not getting this, or like you're getting it and now you're not. Like it's always going to be a constant battle for your entire career.
Yep. Good way to put it, Jay.
The market, you could see everything and see the same pattern a million times. And then the market decides that one day to just move the other way on you. And then that's just, it is what it is, So it's always just going to be a battle. It'll never fully be like, oh, I understand this completely. Never.
Yep. No. So, well said, Jay. Yeah. Like you want to be like a moving average, right? You don't want to be too far extended off the moving average. You don't want to be below the moving average. That moving average is like that equilibrium, right? That's like the smooth, you know what I'm saying? You want to just stay equal the whole time. Never too high, never too low. It's never as good as it seems. It's never as bad as it seems, right? So, I mean, Campbell said, when I was talking about getting kicked in the teeth and stuff, he said a scooter to the shin. That fucking made me laugh.
Oh,
that's
my
like
gosh,
trying to learn how to do a tail whip, and that motherfucker whips around and catches you right on the ankle. Woo! But Damo said it right, man. On to the next play. He said, on to the next play. Yep, we're all human, guys. We're all gonna make mistakes, but obviously, it was very refreshing also to see a lot of this, the support in our room and the culture and everybody.
Once if you lose a couple trades or you lose big, like definitely like what Chris did, take a step back, like just go do something else.
Yeah.
Like you're going to be emotional 100, like no matter what you tell yourself, your next trade is going to be emotional as fuck. So you need that time. Like there's always tomorrow, or there's always later in the day. Like there's always, you could find an entry later in the day and trade later, but go give yourself a couple hours at least off.
You know what else, Justin, too? That motherfucking market's going to close and it's going to open right back up the next day too.
Yep.
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? Yeah. We talk about that all the time. You don't have to take trade the next day. You could watch, but usually when you watch and you're watching every tick, you're probably going to do something stupid, right? So that's why we talk about stepping away. Like I legit left, right? Like left my desk, left out of the area of where I could do anything, right? So, good point. Justin in the chat is saying, don't let bull runs mess with your runs. Last couple weeks of October and first bit of November messed us up. Yep. Aaron says, Lego, step on a Lego in the dark. I have you all beat. Yeah. That would that make me cringe for sure. Justin says rules. Damo says one trade in 2 days. One trade in 2 days. I mean, listen, if you make money one day in 2 days, that's fine. But what if you took 10 days in 2 days? You won 8 of them, but you lost 2 so bad you're negative, right? So that's a good point, Damo. As long as you made money, man. I think Damo took those he took those Apple calls.
I mean, especially with options though, I think even options even more so than commons. Because with the options, like you guys can easily hit that 100%. So if you're patient for that one trade, like even just one trade a week, like you guys can easily, you put it down, risk 1,000, come up 1,000.
Yep. Yep.
Just waiting for that right entry, making one trade a week, do that. That's $4,000 a month.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
If he's
No,
got to
you're
break
right.
it down like that.
You got to know, guys, it only takes like you guys see these huge gains sometimes, right? If you're consistently doing $400 every market day, which it's a lot to some people, to some of the people in our group, that's not a lot. If you're consistently doing 400, bro, that's 100K on the year. If you're consistently doing $100, that's still 25K extra, right? Compound those wins. I think there was someone in here, their name's Chris. I just kind of started seeing their name pop up a lot. I don't know if they're on the call, but like, they've posted in the chat the most this week, and they're all these small base hits, but they're just compounding. They're getting in, getting out, right? Meanwhile, somebody's like, well, fuck, $200 isn't sexy. I'm like, but it's way sexier than losing a trade and then revenge trading and losing another trade. Now you're down 2K and someone's up 200, but you didn't think that was sexy, right? Just something to think about. Something to think about. Yeah, glad Dylan says glad to have support, just turn it into resistance. K ? Upside down. Yeah. Jason says, yeah, when you leave, everybody plays ER. Yeah, you little fucking schmucks, man. Stop playing that goddamn ER. Dan got you guys all hopped up because he won a few in a row, which I'll applaud. I'll applaud him for that. I will applaud him. But today, like that GME, man, now you guys are buying those 150 call or the 150 puts. That thing didn't want to go below, I don't even know what it was, like 160 or something, like today after hours. So like, what does that mean? If we open where we're at right now, those 150 calls or puts, those premiums slashed, donezo. Even if you chose right, like, oh, they're going to miss, right? Even if we're going to miss. What else did you guys play? Chewy? CHYW? I didn't even look. Yeah, I was disgusted. I wasn't mad. I was disappointed. Disappointed in my children. Did they miss? What did they report? Or will they report tomorrow? Chewy? It doesn't look like anything happened really after hours. Unless I missed it. No, it didn't look like anything happened. What do they report tomorrow, guys? Is that what it is? I think we saw Chewy. Oh, tomorrow. Yeah. ER to Jens. Yeah. I go downstairs, make a cup of coffee. And I'm sitting down there for a little bit. I get a phone call. I'm down there 15 minutes, maybe. I come back upstairs. It's all fucking lit up. We got BKs like I'm fucking YOLOing this GME and they're talking about the flow. And I'm just like, what the fuck happened? It's like you go and fucking leave your child somewhere and they fucking took all of the baking ingredients in your kitchen and just all the flowers everywhere over the floor.
Hey, what happened to GME puts?
They went GME. They chose right. I mean, we all kind of knew they were going to miss, but you know what I mean? Look at, they kind of bought it back up already. And if
but that's a bear flag. It's going to probably dump.
It could. I hope it does. And now the implied move on it. Remember, guys, we talked about the implied move today. At the money puts, at the money calls. I posted in the chat. I think it was 21 points. So what did it close at? 173. 21 points would be about 152. So it could hit 152, but it also could go 21 points to the upside.
Yeah,
you never know with GME, man. You never know with GME. Just when you think you got it cornered, motherfucker spikes for 40 points, right? Yeah, and that's true. Ned brings up a good point. This is something that we actually haven't made explicit, but there's a reason why I don't play. He says earnings rule: if you have to play it, only play common, so you can trade after hours or pre-market. Options ER is just gambling. That is the honest truth, and a lot of people don't want to admit it. But the first thing to recovery is admitting there's a problem.
I mean, but he does have a point though, because with commons you can trade, so like you can get out of that trade if it goes bad, or you can take those profits. Like if you shorted GME, boom, you could take profits right here and then just be done. Now you're happy on with your day.
Options, you're stuck till the morning. That's why I think Investor was the name in the chat. He's asking a lot of good questions, guys. If you can follow through on the chat, a lot of people are asking really good questions that I hope you guys are following along. He asked a good question. Said, do you guys hold, you know, your if you're playing spy, do you like to hold your stuff overnight? And the answer is no. It's like, why would I risk literally holding something for 18 hours of the day over, which basically is 18 hours with the market being closed overnight, when there's so many things that can happen, right? So many things that can happen, i.e. coronavirus variant, i.e., you know, war talk, i.e., bad news for the market, inflation talk, someone from the Fed opens their mouth, something. You guys have all seen how fast the futures can go from positive to negative or negative to positive overnight, and we can switch trends. So it doesn't make sense, right? Don't expose your risk overnight if you don't have to. You know, take your profits at close, wake up in the morning, see what the action is, and play what's in front of you. That's what's been working. You know, go into cash at night. Now, with commons though, you can trade from, you know, until 8 p.m. on East Coast. No, later. No, yeah, 8 p.m. Yeah, you can trade 8 p.m. at the East Coast with the commons, and then starting again at 4 a.m. So what? You're only out for 8 hours on the common side. There's way less risk there. Yeah. Yeah, and then Kelly says, didn't play Jimmy puts, but remember it's a meme ape stock. Yeah, so stay away from it.
But also what I want to say about after hours is like, you're going to lose liquidity.
Yep.
So like, you just have to like know that, like, it's, I don't know. You got to be careful with after hours because you could lose liquidity and like you could buy in and then it drops fat and now you're already fucked.
Yep.
So just watch out for that.
Yep. Okay, well, enough talking with you guys. We want to give you the up-to-date stuff. Appreciate y'all, man, and the support though, for real. We're gonna bounce back. It's gonna be epic. We know SPY is gonna get to all-time highs. It's just when, right? It's just when. Since we could do the fib stuff though, Justin, go to the daily. Let's do a retracement for them, and we'll explain what a retracement is. Okay, so we'll zoom this in. We'll go from because I like the low of the weekly, or no, we could even do just the low of Friday. Really do the so that's gonna be the, wait, which one is this? Is that
December,
the retracement or
December
the
3rd, the three?
No. What did you just choose for the, did you just choose the one that you chose when we did the Apple one?
Yeah.
No, okay. Try to go find the it's just gonna be a fib retracement, not a fib extension. So maybe it might just be a 2-point fib, if that's what he calls it on here.
No, it calls that 3-point.
Is there a 2-point though? That's what we'd want, a 2-point. I think it's the one to the left of it. Yep. So click from, no, come over here. Come even closer. Yeah. That bottom on Friday. Yep. That bottom, click today's high. Yeah, I think it was 470, almost exactly about. So look, yeah, we can zoom this up a little bit, guys. So look,
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
God damn it, dude.
Son of a mother. Yeah. There we go. That top fib, you can move down a tad, I think, because the high today was.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh my God, Justin, I'm about to fire you. I'm about to do it on mine too, so I can draw it.
All right.
I think it got up to 470 exactly. Yeah, take a look. The 50% retracement is right around where? 460-ish? Right, I'm looking at that right? Oh yeah, well, wait, you don't have the 50 on yours. That's okay. It'd be right in between those. That's fine. But the more important one, guys, is the 38.2% retracement. That's the one I like the most. That's at 462-ish, right? So I definitely can see there being some possible retracement to that area. Now, when, I don't know. But if we also note on here, Justin, what is this chart? What did it form? What did this daily form? A huge fucking cup of coffee?
No.
No?
Mug. No, it did right here.
Oh yeah. Right? I thought you were saying no, you're crazy. What are you looking at?
No.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, am I losing it? All right. So what do we have? I mean, it's not the prettiest, but it's a cup, man. It's a cup. You can put some Joe in there, little Bailey's, little whiskey, whatever your fix is, right? Keep you warm in that Wisconsin winter or whoever the hell, Baltimore, fucking 12 degrees outside. So also I do like the 23%. I like the 23%. You guys see that level? Can we get back to 465 and some change, right? I think that would be a decent handle area.
Yeah, it would, because it'd also be on this. I mean, we could even get just a little bit below here, which would be like 464 or something.
And and where's that 20-day, right? That's what you're talking about, 464 and some change.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, the 20-day would be,
do we find support there after we went below it, then we reclaimed it. Now do we retest it, right?
And bounce off of it? Yeah, that'd be nice.
Bounce off it. I don't know. Now listen, it could easily go to all-time highs tomorrow, and it'll say fuck your handle, fuck your cup, fuck your chart thing. I'm going to 473.
I mean, look at this, yeah, with on the daily.
Easily. And what's funny on the daily, it never on that signal line, it never got below that signal line on the daily, right? So just know that, guys. So guys, what a Fibonacci retracement is after a stock swings from a low to a high, you could also do it from a high to a low. It'll give you what the percentage is off of Fibonacci, which is a sequence. If you guys don't know, there was an old mathematician / philosopher guy back in the day. His name was Fibonacci something. I think that was his Fibonacci sequence. There you go. But yeah, this guy. Him.
Yeah, that guy.
Leonardo Fibonacci.
Hey,
look at that do-rag, dog. I feel you,
bro. He's killing it, bro.
Look at that, bro.
He's just hiding that big ass brain, probably because he wasn't even human. Bro, he was probably an alien. That's probably why he wore that shit.
No, for real. So yeah, I mean, he basically that's my new avatar. Yeah. So he basically created this sequence, and what it does is it'll allow you to have what is a retracement of the move, where all stocks will usually retrace, and the biggest buy zones are the 50% and 61.8%. There are people that just play those sequence levels. So you guys see this, right? Justin, click on the third picture. So you guys see how they started the swing low and they put it up to the high, right? It says 0%. And then look where it came back to, that 50% level. I know it's hard to see on this, but it says 0% at the top, which was the high, then 32 or 38.2%, then 50%, then 61.8, the low. But you see, right, look where it held, the 50% level. That could have been a buy. And imagine if you bought that at 29 and then it ripped through and went above the high, right? Back up to 33.
I mean, for Fibonacci, that's like a huge buy zone, right? On the 50?
50, yeah, the 50% and 61.8%. Very, very, very correct. Yes.
And then in the inverse, you could use that for the sell zones.
Yeah. So let's say like you could also use it for the opposite, right? Like you want to know where a stock can bounce back up to after a downtrend. So it's not only good for an uptrend. You could also say, is there a swing low that I liked where I could see where this could get back to, right? So you could actually do it from a high to a low. And yes, Ryan, good thing. Guys, you only want to use this on the daily. I would only use it on the daily. Okay, only on the daily, the higher time frames. You can do the weekly, you can. Some people do the 4 hour. I don't really like to personally. I only like to do on the daily. And yes, you want to do exact measurements here. 100% exact measurements.
Okay. I only want to do what no race does.
Yeah. Well, today it wasn't that good, so don't follow me.
It's all good.
So yeah, you want to get exact measurements. And there's a thing on Thinkorswim on how to do that. When you're talking about you can do where is it? It's like when you're talking about like the ticks and like where you're doing the studies, you can put literally open, close, high, low. It's like OCHL. It looks weird. It's like an acronym. It just means where it'll automatically attach it for you. Yep. You can you can use it on smaller time frames. You can. But obviously you need to know if you're using it on a 5 minute, it's probably only good for about 15 minutes, right? Because it's a 5 minute chart. Okay. So daily swings take a while. So that's why people want to see eventually where could it go, right? Where could it go? So Damo says, I use it to judge if I want to stay in some plays. See, every trader has their, their strategy, but that's one way you could do it. Okay, so let's go back to the SPY chart, Justin. So take this off. I actually want to see something here. Take off that drawing. Yeah, you could just delete it. Okay, now let's swing from the high of over here on November 22nd. I think it's like 473. Let's swing from up there. Click. If you're still on the fib, right? Oh yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, swing from that high and come down to the low of Friday and see
this right here.
Yeah. Here? Yep. So you could do this downswing too. So you can see, look where it respected that 38% level on the way back. It also went up and respected the 78.6 or 0.786 level, right? And now you'll know if you actually scroll down, Justin, on, yeah. So guys, here's some areas it could also go to. It could go back to an all-time high. Above the all-time high, it could go up to so you see it's levels at price discovery levels it could go to. 1.618 is a lot of people's goal when they do like a retracement on a downtrend. Okay. For SPY though, I would have wanted to just do like an actual fib extension on it though, because it's been in such a bullish trend. That's what I want to do. But you can also, guys, there's no perfect thing, right? So you can do this. You could do just the regular fib extension, which like the 3.1 we did earlier, right? Like we did it for Apple, if you guys remember. So just something to think about. All right. So yeah, there's some few things, but listen, above pretty much on SPY, we got to give above today's high, 470. Above 470, man, it's pretty much got a bunch of room till 470.89. After 470.89, it is pretty much free range up to 460 or 473.54, which is the all-time high. Okay, that is the all-time high. So just something to think about. All right, we can get higher. Now we've spent 2 days consolidating for the most part, really just today. Yesterday we ripped up higher in the morning. Then we got channel bound. Then today we were just channel bound all day long. Very ugly action, very ugly. But what does that mean? When things are consolidating and they're building a base, that's usually good to see for them to make a move higher. Okay. And it seems to me like we have definitely confirmed an uptrend. We're above the 80 EMA. We're above the 20-day moving average. And we held the 50-day. So the 50-day being held, that should have been the tell for all of us. We should have realized that, right? We should have been like, all right, we held, bounced off it, and then we had a ripper magoo of the last 2 days, right? We recovered 20 points pretty much this week. That's 200 SPX points. And we were going to come in. I started thinking about this. We're going to come in today and we're thinking we're going to get another day of 8 to 10 points. Like, no way. It was going to have to cool off. Right? It was going to have to cool off. And the fact that it does not want to break under 467, pretty much, I would say 466 really, but 467, like that's pretty bullish. That's pretty bullish to me. It seems like it definitely wants to base and go higher. Right now, tomorrow, what do we have? We've got the jobless numbers tomorrow, right? So we're going to see how many people have become jobless. And I think they do that by seeing who's filed for unemployment. Then they're also on Friday, we have, CPI data, which is consumer price index, which is basically every quarter. It's the price of which goods have risen in that quarter. Okay, to find out the true price year over year, you just times it by 4 because I do it by quarter. You guys will see it'll come out at like point X of a percent. Okay, or I'm sorry, it's monthly. Excuse me, it's monthly, and then you times it by 12, and that'll give you the percentage for the year. Sorry. Now inflation comes out on Friday as well. So we have two catalysts which we have noticed when they start talking about inflation and they start talking about tapering. The market no likey, right? We kind of discussed, this little sell-off that we had. It was more than just Omicron. They started finally talking about tapering, and they started talking about how inflation is not transitory and they need a new verb, right? Whatever. So, I don't know. I keep that in mind. Lower inflation would be more bullish to me. Okay. High inflation at 6.2 or above. If it's above 6.2, I think there's going to be a sell-off. Okay. I think. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not going to say that's going to happen. And I'm not going to say if inflation is high, I'm only going to play puts. That's not it. Okay. I'm just telling you how I think the market could react. Okay. We're going to trade what's in front of us from here on out, right? So guys, we've been holding pretty much for let me find it. Sorry. On mine, so I can get it to you guys. Okay. We pretty much held 466.80-ish. Okay, by holding that level, right? And now we're just going here between here and 470 in this range. We're getting tighter. So we're gonna have to break one way. It's gonna have to happen. So we'll see where it happens. Okay. Okay, that's SPY. Pretty simple on SPY, guys. Tomorrow, jobless numbers. I think it's all about Friday. And I think Topher made a good point. It said it seems like the market is waiting for some news right now. Right. Also, Qs. Look at that. Look pretty similar to SPY. Is that a cup forming? I don't know. It looks like a cup to me. Right? Looks like a cup to me. So do we get a retrace or a small dip down to confirm any sort of little handle? I would say as long as we hold above 465, that's pretty bullish to me. Okay, that's pretty bullish to me. What is this? Oh, the VIX. Yeah, and the VIX just absolutely died.
Yeah, it did.
Look at that, though. Breakout and retest. Right? Breakout and retest. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it died. So keep your eye there too. If it starts creeping and it gets back over 25, be wary of that. Be wary. I think CT is the name of the chat. He really does a good job of of keeping us up to date on the VIX. So I appreciate you, CT.
Shout out to CT.
Kelly says, can you explain the credit suit price target change for year end 2022 5200? Is that SPY? No, that's SPX. SPX is the index, the S&P 500 index. The SPY is the ETF. Okay. The SPY is the ETF. I posted something in the chat yesterday about the difference between the two. Just search my name. And I think you can actually click links that I've posted and it'll take you right to all the links I've posted. So yeah, look at that. It'll give you a good analysis between the two. But basically SPY is a lagging indicator of the SPX. So 5200 is the SPX. And the SPX right now is closed at 4700. So they're saying it's going to go another 500 points. Okay. And the credit suit, okay, beware whenever you get these price upgrades, guys. You got to know all of them have positions. These bankers, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, they're all allowed to trade. Okay. His credit suit is a scam. You see that? They all are going to give price targets that are going to help. They're all going to be biased for the most part. And they're saying that's basically what that's saying is we're going to continue to expand. Okay. The market will continue to expand and grow. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, so take all those upgrades and downgrades with a grain of salt. Okay, just take them. Just know there's someone else behind them that owns something. Yeah, CT. They probably bought the dip heavy. Yeah, I would be fucking pumping up the stock market if I bought that dip heavy too. Of course. Okay, SPX at 5,200 means SPY is at 510. Pretty much, it'd be over 500. So that's another what 30, pretty much 30 plus points to the upside. Okay. Which at the rate that we're swinging right now, these 10-point swings, that could happen next week. You know, it's not going to. At least I'm pretty confident. But yeah. All right, cool. So that was basically that was SPY. There's your SPY analysis, guys. Just know, got to get through all-time high. Listen, is there a retrace? I'd say 466.80 to the downside, then 465-ish. Anywhere from 464.70-ish to 465, you can have a level in there. And then 462 to the downside, there is a gap to fill down. Remember that? There is a gap to fill down. Okay. So just know that. Just know that. Interesting stuff. Let's see. You guys just want to drop some tickers? Because honestly, we've been playing SPY so much, we haven't really been looking too much around the market as far as what has been going on. So if you guys want to just look at swings that maybe you guys have been looking at, we could do that. We could always just go through the big boards too. Dylan says Tessie, Lucid, Ba. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, let's do this. This is good. Lucid. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Well, Justin, you want to talk about I know you guys took this one today.
Yeah,
right?
we took this one today on the common
Yeah.
side. This is my
On the
last
common
call
side.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
we
this is the
called
one that went like 12 to 17 or something like that.
Yeah, like 12:38 was like the call out.
This is nice. Look at that huge support that it sat on.
Oh yeah, it was literally just sitting here all day on this support. Let's see.
Snap. Okay. Yeah, we'll make sure we're gonna get all your guys' tickers. Keep dropping them in there. Keep dropping them in there. We love them.
But yeah, look at this. Look at this. How it popped up, and then right here, it was just literally. I don't know. When you see this, it's just bubbling to like pop.
Yeah,
And
look, it's just consolidating, guys. It's just consolidating.
Yeah, so we literally grabbed it like right here, and then it popped, and then ran all the way in after hours.
Yep.
So that was definitely a good one. If you want to take a look here though, on the 5-minute, you could see that the pop, it's also when the MACD crossed the signal line.
Yeah, that histogram. You guys see that histogram going red? Oh, you can't zoom in on it, huh? Yeah, but you guys see it was slightly tainted red, and then
it just stayed.
It went that like baby teal, cyan blue, whatever that color is. So you guys see that? That is confirmation. Okay. And look what it went fucking nuts.
Nuts. So yeah, so just take a look at that.
That's 50% on comments. That's huge. And it didn't take long. That was like an hour before 2 hours before the market closed.
No, it literally started running like within minutes of like the call out.
That's huge.
Yeah.
We got our own Zach Morris, guys. He called something and it started running. The old pump and dump.
Yeah,
but two pump chump.
The dare sucked though. Dare was trash today.
I like to understand the psychology behind dare. Didn't dare have who's drew on the screen, guys? Come on. This is why we can't have nice things. No, I'm just playing. Dare. Didn't Dare have something with FDA?
Yeah, it had approval.
They got approved and they sold it.
And then they sold it off, but it looks like is that it's accumulating, consolidating here, and we're going to get a late run. That's what I'm hoping. That's what would only make sense in my mind of like what happened today, because it looks like it just got walked down, and then now it's consolidating, because accumulating.
Well, pretty much said we're going to fill this gap down first.
It did, yeah.
It pretty much said we're going to fill this gap down first, and then now does it pop?
But the thing about this one, it was in between 150 and 175 since I think middle of June or July. So like it traded, not too far away from this price. So like with the FDA approval, that's like where I'm kind of like confused on why. It has like $160 million market cap. So I feel like it's not that it's not too much. Like I feel like it'd be at least like 500 million or 300 at least or something. With FD, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm not. It's very weird that that's not a normal thing.
I feel like it's manipulated. It's definitely like a
He said it.
lockdown
Was it
manipulation.
halted yesterday? He said it was halted for 6 hours yesterday.
Yeah, because they're waiting on like the approval.
Oh, there was so much volume behind it that Jesus, before the approval even came. That's interesting.
So maybe it was walked down so that they can get these cheap shares, and then we'll see a fat bounce up again.
Very interesting.
I don't know. I mean, that it just doesn't make any sense. Like, so
Yeah,
you're
I don't know.
telling me it's only after FDA approval, it only goes up 30 cents?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like now it's sitting only 30 cents above what it was before FDA approval? Like that just doesn't make any sense to me. So we'll see. I think it'll be a late bloomer for sure.
Okay, let's start. You want to go over? We'll go over some of these things that these guys they're asking for. I think the first one was ba 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 ba. Okay, let's go zoom it out.
Come and take a ride on a big jet plane. Hey, look at that.
We were already looking at this one. I forgot about this one.
Look at that.
Look where it held on that support too. You see the dip down previous and it went and held that. Interesting. Okay, ba. Okay, so didn't it rip back up on the China news, pretty much saying like, hey, they passed our security shit, and we don't think they're gonna kill any more people on their flights.
So stupid. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, so it's ran up, and look where it's gotten to. It's gotten to the 20-day. It's gotten back to the 20-day, but its stock is trading below the 200-day, the 20-day, and the 50-day. Could this be starts of a stair step down? It's trying to get back in the channel. If it breaks lower than the channel, it's going to head lower. This one's pretty simple. It's pretty much got to give above, I'd say about 212. I'd like to see it above and close above 212, 213 to really have my attention. You want to close above that 20-day. What's that sitting at? That red, is that red, orange? Where's that?
It's pretty much sitting at the same price.
So it needs to close above that, in my opinion. Now the MACD looks nice on it. Looks like it's starting to curl.
Yeah, and cross too.
And it crossed,
really,
but it's got a
big.
long way to get back to that signal line.
I mean, if you look in the past, this is a strong support zone for it, so it
Yep.
makes sense.
They can't quite seem to get all
This is
the
like
way above that MACD.
Yeah.
You notice that every time it's gone up, failed, gone up, failed, gone up, failed.
and it's
You know, you
smaller,
see
it's like getting wound up, but
Yeah,
then
but
it
it also
dropped even further. So maybe I don't know.
Yeah, this one's tough. You know, it's tough to be like the trend is definitely down on this. This is in a downtrend technically.
Absolutely.
Okay. This is in a downtrend because it's sitting below the 200-day still. Okay. And it's below all the MAs. What is this? Oh, the weekly. Wow. See the weekly, the crossover on the MACD too. Interesting.
I mean, I guess to understand, you have to understand like how much they're purchasing airplanes and stuff.
Yep. I mean, listen, I think BA long term, they are a leader in innovation for the United States, right? Like for a lot of the country too, or a lot of the world. But after its run up, the news, it bounced off the 200-day. See that? At the high up there, about 240-ish. No, not 240. It's way above that. But you see where the 200-day. See how it did not get above that 200-day, all the way up there. And since then, it's been lower lows and lower highs. Okay. Now this is the weekly. The daily, we also saw the daily was pretty much the same thing. Right. Got above the 200-day. Nice. Got the MAs above it, and now they're all back underneath. So this really needs a strong move back to, you know, over two. I would say over 215 would have my attention for me to be like bullish on it. Now, could the news get it there? It could. I mean, it's ripped up like, 20 points in a week, pretty much. That's a pretty big move. 10% or so since last week. That's pretty good. Okay. So the news can always change the trend of the stock, just like the news changed the trend of SPY, for a small amount of time. Okay. So yeah, Tyler, I think who's asked about this, Tyler, I think. Yeah, Tyler, I hope that helped a little bit. You could play calls through it. This would be one where you're only going to play calls if the market is if the whole entire market is bullish, like SPY and everything is up and the Dow is up. This is a big stock on the Dow, so definitely want to watch the Dow too, to understand the sentiment. And then definitely you'll notice it probably sells off a little bit more on big down days. Okay, so something to just think about. Let's look at Lucid, LCID. Okay, Lucid. Whoa. Okay. I know you're getting tired of me saying cup and handle, but zoom out real quick, Justin.
Oh my gosh. An inverse cup and handle?
No, zoom out. Let me see. Just zoom. Yeah. That.
Oh, fuck.
Is that a cup and handle?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, right?
I would say so, yeah. That's
could,
definitely a handle-ish. Yeah, handle.
yeah, like that retrace. You could even look, we could put a fib
This looks like blink. How blink?
retracement on it. We could put a fib retracement on it to see if it's gotten to about 50% retraced. Yeah, go there. Go from November to the right a little bit. You want to do it from a perfect swing high. Oh, so I'd say right where it tested the 50-day, which is about actually it's right before November. Yeah, right there. I'll click there. Yep. And then go up to the high. Nice. Now, okay, where are we at? Okay, look at that. Okay, your green drawing. Wow, there's a support level right on your green drawing. Interesting. So you see that 61 level? Look where it went down and dipped to. You guys see 61, but it's 38K. So it respected it. Okay. And now I would wonder if you could edit this to put the 50% in. 50%. I don't know if you can.
I don't know why it doesn't.
It's already built in like this. That's fine. But listen, it's holding that. And it's also, we've also identified as, oh yeah, oh perfect. Yeah, hit 50. Click it. Yeah, nice. Wait to the right.
This one? Oh yeah.
Yeah, click that. Yeah, nice. Okay, look at that 50. Okay, $42. You see that? 50% retracement is $42. See, look where it closed. Okay,
Whoa,
look where it closed.
This is blowing my mind right now.
All right, look where it closed. Interesting stuff, right? Interesting stuff. So I would look to see if this 42 holds. And if 42 doesn't hold, then 37.31 has to hold for us to be bullish. You would think this 50% retracement would look pretty nice off that swing to hold. And then you could take it long for the handle to go pretty much try and break all-time highs. We all know Lucid's gotten a lot of popularity. They have pretty much delivered like 12 cars or whatever, not that many, but some. So interesting. But they're pretty nice. I like them. I've seen the inside of them. They're pretty nice. Okay, so that's what I like there. I would look to see if that 35 or that 42 can hold. If it doesn't hold, you could buy some 37, buy around 37.31. You can see it's respected those levels. There's also big support in there that we've identified, and that's also where the 50-day moving average is. Very interesting, right? Funny how all those things start to kind of add up, right? You start to notice that there's already support there. And then there's already like the moving averages there. And there's also a fib level there. It's like, oh, this is probably pretty big level, right?
So you're saying that we should watch for that level?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And were you saying that you used all the indicators to get the conviction?
Yes.
So cool.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know.
Okay, sweet. So interesting stuff. I do like Lucid though. This is definitely looks like a buy zone. Interesting stuff. Thank you. Jason and CT said that. Jason says, let's look at Love, LUV, airlines.
Southwest.
More of a American guy myself. To me, though, it seems like the airline should bounce after the Omicron, whatever, gets cleared up. But it's underneath the 200-day. It is underneath the 200-day. Remember that. It's underneath all the MAs. Okay. But the MACD is curling up, so it looks nice. Notice all those charts kind of look alike.
Yep.
This is AAL versus Southwest. Does that look almost identical? Okay. AAL wants a gap fill though. It looks nice.
What is it? Delta's DAO? Yeah.
Yep. Oh wow. I mean, do all those charts look almost the same? Very
Yes, sir.
interesting.
It's almost like they're
Very,
trading on
very
the same
interesting.
algorithm.
Yep. You basically want them to get back above the MAs. Okay. MAs would confirm a reversal. Okay. If you're going to take them long, if you're going to trade them, you just need to know where there's going to be resistance, and that's where you're going to sell. Okay. You have the support levels already because you see where it's held. It's made a nice little rounded base. It fell, found support, right? Because this is Love. Yeah. Big support here at around 42, 43. I would like to see it get back. See how it's rejected the 20-day so far? That red line, the red, orangish red, right? And it's crossed the MACD twice underneath the signal line now. You noticed that recently. So this is definitely in a downtrend. But you want to see if this level can hold, right? So you just want to keep this one on your watch list. I mean, look, everything looks identical.
Jets is the airline ETF, just in case you guys don't know.
Yeah. So if you guys like to play airlines, it'd be good to know what all the other airlines are doing. So you'd want to watch,
Or if you
Jets.
just want an ETF to buy into, it's just the airlines one. So
Yep. Jason asked, may I unmute to ask a question? Yes, you may.
Hey, so the reason I ask about Love, and I think all the airlines are probably doing the same thing. So they came out today. Their new leadership came out and said that 2022 is looking choppy for the airlines. So I think that kind of shook the airline markets. So that's why I wanted to take the look at Love, because it looks like the direction that one goes, the rest of them tend to follow.
Yep.
So I was looking long-term into 22 thinking, is that going to put them into a downtrend with even just the news story that, hey, at 22, we're expecting chop and our sales probably aren't going to be that great.
Yeah. I mean, no, definitely. I mean, look at the last time it fell below. Well, that was COVID, so that's hard to. But when it fell below the 200-day, like you guys see that March dip. I mean, it went way lower. But then when it crossed back over, right, you get that golden cross. You get the 2050 crossing the 200 around January 21. You guys see how much higher it moved off that. So now we've actually crossed back below it, the golden cross to the downside, and we tried to reclaim the 200-day in November, couldn't get there, and now we're making lower lows and higher lows. So long term, or just a shorter, I mean, maybe a January trade, you could take some puts, like some $40 puts. That seems like pretty big support for now. But if the resistance, right, like, so Jason, what Jason's saying is, could you see more downside here? That's what he's asking. And I know he knows the answer. He just wants the confirmation. But yes, Jason, you are right. I feel like just with what the chart is telling you, and now the news has confirmed, if this is resistance, where the 200-day or the 20-day is, if that's resistance, that's true resistance, then it'll probably try that low again of about 40-ish. I think it's about 41. Very, very likely. Yep. So good question, Jason. Good question. Guys, if you have a question, go ahead, ask us to unmute. I just don't want everyone unmuting all at the same time, but we'll definitely not restrict anyone from unmuting. Okay, cool. So good question. Yeah, and all the airlines follow themselves. So Justin, thank you for showing us the jets.
No
Let's look at
problem.
Tesla, young Elon Musk.
Ari Musk. No, I was kidding.
So what's Tesla doing? Is he done selling? I don't know. But man, it does not want to fill that gap down. It does not want to fill that gap down. Okay, very interesting. To me, it still has a gap to fill up, right? I believe we never filled that up to the upside. I'm going to check on my chart because Justin is a little funky sometimes.
You know what? I try to do my best.
Listen, I'm trying for you guys. Yeah, there is a small gap to fill up around 1220. Wait, what? Oh, four? No, not the 4 hour, the daily. There we go. Nice. Nice. Around the daily, I'm looking at about 4 or 12. I'm sorry, 1208. 1208. Interesting level. And now it's double bottomed here. So do we head higher now? We pretty much need to get back over 1180-ish, I would think. About 1180-ish. If we can get a candle to close over that level, we're pretty much going to go up and confirm a close of the gap to the upside. It's only if he's done selling, though. He has to be done selling. Okay. Notice when all this turbulence has been going on and all this rain shit is when he started tweeting about his throne and selling 10%, dropping the kids off at the pool and all that kind of shit. No pun intended, or pun intended. Yeah, so I would look, you've got your huge support there, right? Huge support around 980-ish. Okay, 980. And you know, it looks like the next stop is probably gonna be 1180. I'm sorry. The next stop is gonna be 1120, then 1180. 1120, 1180. 1120, 1180. Those are the targets that I'd be looking for. You basically just want to get up and out of this like technical lower low, higher low. I mean, lower low, lower high trend that it's in. And then once he tweets done selling or something about taking profits or something about, you know, paying more taxes because he took the profits, he'll say something. He'll know, you'll hint at it. Now people are thinking that he might come out and start talking about split news to make it run. I don't know. But we're still using we're using the 50-day of support. That's nice to see, right? We need to close above that 20-day. I would like to close above that 20-day too. MACD still bullish as far as being over the signal line. RSI is about even. That's nice to see. So look, see if you can get this MACD to curl. Accumulation is still pretty high, which is good. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. All right. Let's see. Tessie with Lucid, Snap. Oh, Snap finally. Snap got some love today. Yeah, look at that. Nice, right? Snap got some love finally. Finally got some relative strength that could bounce off that area, right? That MACD starting to make its way back up. That's good to see. Regain that huge support level that we drew, and then we busted through what was resistance, right? So good, got buyers. That's good. Snap is going to be good. Why? Because supposedly it's the leader in the metaverse right now. It's a leader in the metaverse. So right now, if 5166 was a big level, you would think that if we retested that breakout level, technically, okay, retest that breakout level, you would think we would load some calls. It would make sense, right? Because we know, listen, the overreaction to the earnings, and now they're all about the metaverse. They're not going anywhere. People are still going to use it. People are still going to advertise on the platform. I still like it long term, right? But we needed this confirmation. We still hadn't had a confirmation that we were going to head higher, right? We finally got a close. We finally have a close over the 20-day. You guys notice that? Finally got to close over that 20-day. Nice. Nice. That
Lovely.
histogram on the MACD looking nice too. Relative strength pretty much going up and testing, which was support. If you guys notice that from like August until November, it was like bouncing, and it kept bouncing off of about 45, 50 RSI, and then just popping back up, bouncing off and popping back up. Then it oversold, right? So is that resistance? It's got to get through that now. It can think about support and resistance on RSI too. Although you don't trade the RSI, it follows the stock, right? So it will make sense. So we see, guys, 55, 56 is a huge level. I mean, huge, massively huge. Okay. Over that, it would try that 59. Then over that is probably going to go fill the gap. Okay. Huge. We see. So Justin, go to that red line that it almost got to today, the resistance that you drew. What is that? Yeah. So it's about 56-ish, 55, 88, 6, 56-ish. Yeah. We need a close. We need a full body close over that. That'll ignite some buyers. Then also, where is the 50-day right now? Where is that? That's about 59-ish. Nice. Could we go and test that? Yeah. I think we spend probably another like 2 to 3 weeks in this area though, before we actually go to fill the gap, which will give us entry opportunity. Okay. Why would you not want to get in on a day like tomorrow? Like you're like, oh my God, it ran today. I'm going to get in tomorrow. The IV is so high on this because of it's a big move. Okay. It's higher than you would want. So let it get up to find resistance. Let it find resistance. And it'll come back down to earth a little bit, and it might have a day of chilling. Then that's when you want to get in. You want to get in when things are chill. Okay. And the premium isn't too juiced, right?
I mean, if
you're looking for like a nice long swing, now you could scalp this intraday if you wanted to. Okay. Go ahead, Justin.
I'd say for comments, if it does pull back tomorrow, though, you could. I mean, if it, I don't think it's going to pull back this much, but if it does, like 51.68, I mean, more like 52.50-ish area, like you can start adding in and scaling in for sure for a bounce. For common side, because
we finally got that close above that 20-day though. That was huge.
Yeah, right? I think that's what I like. I think
that
it's a huge. Good.
Yeah, I would definitely be looking at that. I mean, you could even go to like the 4-hour, 1 hour to see like more intraday specific support resistance. It looks like about 53-ish. 53-ish is there is some what was resistance could now be support. We'll see.
Is that a cup and handle?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Are we starting to see a bunch of cup and handles now?
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. I don't know. Remember on the Friday call, I was like, man, there's a lot of head and shoulders out there. And then we had a crater day, right? Like we just went way lower because there was a bunch of head and shoulders. Now when you notice, wow, there's a lot of stocks, the charts kind of look the same. A lot of them are doing this cup and handle. Interesting, right? So something to keep in mind. Definitely looks like a cup and handle to me.
I mean, it does, but
yeah.
I mean, it's a little wonky going down like that, but yeah.
We'll see. I think yesterday's resistance could be support. Could be new support. So let's see. We'll see, right? Cool. That was Snapchat. Hopefully that helps. If you guys have additional questions, just drop them in. I'm trying to look at I'm going through your guys. Ryan says everything's a cup and handle if you just imagine it. All right, let's do Walmart, WMT. Chad wants Walmart.
Cup and handle. Ooh. Support.
Walmart, definitely. You've got that 2050 cross. Interesting. But we had that already. It's in a range. This is in a range now. This isn't like a true, like, the tops. It's topped out a couple of times. It's bottomed out a few times. It is a tad bit of a higher low. This is interesting. Walmart's inflation friendly, meaning they usually pass off their inflation costs to their customers because people are still always going to shop at Walmart, just like they're going to shop at Costco, right? Because people need to eat. That's one thing you can't like cut out, right? Because I know they do food. You also need to shop for clothes and stuff like that, and those are relatively cheap, right? So that's a huge audience that they have. Zoom in a tad, Justin. Like, let's do yeah, I don't like that it bounced and then I don't like that it bounced and then just rejected that 8 EMA like that. And like if you look at the MACD, the histogram, it actually, I mean, it came in a little bit, but this thing looks like it wants to go way lower. That's what I'm seeing. I mean, like
we would just have to see. Yeah, it's like range bound.
This is in a weird area. This is one where like you could buy at this support and it can no longer be support. It is a higher low though. You know what I mean? Like that is good, but it just goes up and just anytime it gets up to that MA, it just says nope, not gonna make it.
I mean, the only thing I don't like is like it's kind of like a triple top right here, and then it kind of broke trend. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that's
if you drew it like a trend line, yeah, I see what you mean. Yep. Chad said, thanks, it's on my puts list. Yep, Chad, definitely would. If I had to take a guess where it would go, it'd probably be, I think it sees some downside. It just doesn't have enough buyers to support, right? So keep your eye on it. Look for a little pop, maybe back to that 8 EMA for them to drop it. I don't know. Let's look at Microsoft. Dylan wants Microsoft. MSFT. Okay. What do we have here? Microsoft. Nice hold of the 50-day. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Boy. What is this? The 4 hour? Yeah. Oh, the 200 day. Oh, that was a 2 hour, huh? We were looking at. This is the 200 day held. Go to the 1 day. Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. We were looking at this. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, the 50 held strong.
Yeah, the 50 held. Now, interesting. This is make or break time. Previous resistance also happens to be where the 20 day is. And a huge volume shelf. You guys see it right there to the right. Justin's screen, the purple bars. Okay. Yep, right there. Huge, huge, huge. Okay. Sitting Bull. That's Sush. Yeah, that's his baby girl. That's his retirement fund. Yeah, so if you guys have personal questions about Microsoft, go to Sitting Bull. He's 35 million in the chat. But yeah, to me, it looks like there is a tiny gap to fill down, but with tech strong, Microsoft is definitely going to be a big part of the metaverse. I don't think the stock's going to go to zero, right? I think they're going to hold on. They're going to prop it up. But a big bounce off that, off the 50 day. You do like to see that. You would want a confirmed close above that 20 day though. And look, the MACD does look like it wants to curl, right? Some nice accumulation on there. So I think bullish. I think this would definitely be you'd be stocking some calls here for sure. Definitely be stocking some calls. All right. Cool. Yep. Okay, let's see what else. I would, Justin, go to like the 1 or 4 hour. Let me take a look a little bit closer. Dylan. Oh, that was Dylan. Dylan, you wanted Microsoft? Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if that was on your call list. It definitely seems call heavy. Okay, hear me out. All right, here we go. Ready? What is this, the 1 hour? Is that, or is that not, a cup and handle? Starting from the beginning of December, cupping down, getting to the recent high, and then handling out. Interesting. Do we see that? Am I blind? Am I drunk? I don't know. Is that a handle right there? I don't know. Goddamn cup and handle, baby. Remember how we started noticing all the head and shoulders? Now are we seeing a bunch of cup and handles? I don't know. There was some Baileys in my coffee, so I might be seeing shit. I don't know, but that looks like it. Justin, your thoughts? Justin's muted. Oh. We'll zoom out a tad and you'll see it.
No, I see it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the handle's weird, obviously.
No, that's the handle.
Yeah, this.
No, zoom out. That's the cup.
Oh.
Now you see. That's the cup. It's a weird cup. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like one of those where it has like I know what you're saying.
It almost looks like SPY. Like almost exactly. Dylan says 340 takes another hit. Yeah, right. Smokes a little more weed. Like if you would imagine it, it'll be that. Dylan says 340. Looks more like a pipe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, isn't I don't know. Microsoft's pretty bullish. I would say definitely would want to get. I mean, that nice crossover on the hourly is nice, and then trying the 200-day on the hourly, that's always a pretty nice. Got to close above it. On the daily, I'd want to have a close above that 50, the 20-day, I believe it was the 20-day. Yes. The gap looks like support. Yo, yeah, exactly. No, Jonathan's right. There's a gap right there to fill up, right? So it definitely looks like support. It does. Interesting stuff. Thanks for pointing that out. Cool. And you notice there's a pretty decent volume shelf. It actually went right to. If you notice that, it's probably the second or third largest in the 300s. So it's interesting, right? Good stuff. All right, cool. What chart is best to look at to have conviction of a cup and handle? Any chart can have a cup and handle. The 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15, the 30, the 1, the 4, the daily, the weekly. They can all have they apply to all of them. But just know the larger time frames, the move or the setup and the move and breakout after whatever the actual formation is will be longer. So if there's a cup and handle on the 1 minute, right? And the handle's forming, when it breaks out of the cup, the tops of the cup, if you understand what I'm trying to say, the move's not going to last all day long, right? If it's on the 1 minute chart, it's probably going to be a quick scalping move. Just like if it's on the 15, it's probably going to last 15 minutes, right? Got to think about it like that. Like, remember that day? I don't know, Ryan, if you were in here when they were like, man, that SPY looks like a cup and handle back when it broke out to 473. It looks like a cup and handle. So the breakout on it, because the top of the handle was 470 and it ran to 473, but it did it in 1 day. That's it. Because the daily chart said that it would do it. And it took all day to do it. But if it was just a 5 minute chart, the breakout would only be probably 5 to 15 minutes. Right? So higher time frame charts, bigger the move, right? Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Right on. Justin, I don't know if you want to add to that, if I explained that right.
Oh, you did. Yeah, I mean.
Okay. Yeah. Bigger the chart, bigger the time frame, bigger the move. Just think about it like that. Okay.
Yeah, so if it's a cup and handle showing on the daily, then obviously that move is going to be pretty.
That's gonna be a pretty nice move. If it's on the
Yeah.
1 minute, it's gonna be a very quick move.
Like
That's
I
what-
think Blink, when I was looking at Blink before it ran and it had that big ass cup and handle, it was on the daily that I was looking at, and it made that massive move. So
yeah.
it had a cup and handle. So
Yeah. Okay, man. Wait, well, where lucid? Wait, did I lose our spot? Damn it. Oh, I did. We're way back up here. Okay, target. TGT. TGT. Target. Yeah, kind
dude,
of
I
the same
love
thing as
shopping at
Walmart.
Target.
What's that?
So I love shopping at Target.
Bro, I never leave with anything I came in looking for whenever I go to Target. Every time.
I want to like start new hobbies and start like collecting shit when I'm in Target just because of like all the shit they have.
Yeah. Okay. So notice here, it's under the MAs, right? It is approaching the 200 and a large volume shelf about 230-ish, which is also the last dip area, right? Interesting. This looks to me with the MACD crossing over the signal line completely, the RSI pointed down, it's under all the MAs. This is probably going to be heading a little bit lower before it would actually get any pop, in my opinion. Just looking at the chart. Justin, your thoughts?
I don't know. It's pretty range brown. I mean, the holiday season's coming up, so I'll give it that. But I think, I don't know. I don't see Target. How much more can Target go? I don't know. How much more can they take over?
Yep.
Essentially, I feel like they're pretty topped out. I
Do
don't
they
know.
do online shopping at Target?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, they do. Yeah, I imagine that. I don't think I've ever shopped online at Target. I only go into the store.
Well,
Um,
their app is pretty cool because it like has all your coupons and like all this shit. Like it's pretty
okay, that's
convenient.
sweet. Okay.
But I mean, because COVID, I mean, obviously COVID shot Target up, right? And like all those stores.
Yeah.
and stuff.
So you guys got to know with COVID and consumer spending, right? Consumer spending was at an all-time high when we had the most people unemployed, right? What's that
Right.
mean? They're buying useless shit. The government's paying them, twice the amount they're probably making at their job to sit on their ass, and they're spending money. They're buying from companies that have their suppliers overseas. So you're just, constantly multiplying the amount of imports. So that's why we have the import issues, right? That's why we see all the tankers lined up. But basically this, I see a double top. That's what I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a double top, right? And I would look to see what is that 50-day on the, what is that at? That 50-day? Where is that? 228-ish, 220, 225. Yeah, I'd be looking at some putas here. Some putas to the downside. Okay. But you have to know when their earnings is. Okay. Know when their Q4 earnings is, which won't be until Q1 next year because they'll have the Black Friday, Cyber Monday numbers in there. So just remember that. Okay, cool. We're gonna start going a little bit faster here. I realize, guys, we're just fucking burning time, but this is good. Psychology events. Oh, SQ. Look at SQ. SQ is square, which is actually, aren't they changing their name to like block or something? Rectangle. What are they changing it to? Rhombus. Someone know?
Triangle. What is it on The Office? It's like triangle or pyramid or I forgot what it was.
You botched the joke, man. No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
Okay, look at this, guys. Look at this. Once was support is now resistance, question mark. You guys see where it closed today? You guys see to the left where there was support there on the weekly. Right? Interesting right here on SQ. Okay. So you guys see that, right? You go back to January, go back to March, go back to July. You guys notice and went and used that as support. Okay, all those times. Tab it higher, tab it higher. No, that support is where I like. Because
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? It once was resistance back in November. Then it broke out and retest. Then it went higher and retested. Then it couldn't get higher and retested. Then it couldn't get higher and retested. It retested it 3 times and now it's broke through. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. You guys are starting to see a lot of these COVID plays that got COVID boost. Square, that's a payment app, isn't it? You know, Walmart, they're going to shop like crazy, consumer spending. Zoom, Peloton, all these things that got all this love from the, right? Even getting COVID news, there's no pop. Where's the pop on them? None of them. They don't believe we're going to shut down again. Market believes zero chance. Okay. So when they're selling it off, even on the news, that's the tell. Okay. That's the tell. Now you have a break to the downside and a retest of that 194. Very likely, probably are going to try. I mean, I would think that 200 day, honestly. Yeah, about 125. But that's way, way down there. I mean, go to the daily. It will probably give us some shorter, a little bit closer. Shit. Okay. I mean, is that the golden cross? Did that just happen? The 20, 50, 200. Yeah. Okay, guys, the golden cross is this. When the 20 crosses the 50 and then the 50 and 20 cross the 200. You guys see that back in, yeah, right there. They both cross down. That is confirmed a downtrend. Confirmed. 1000% downtrend. 1000%. No questions asked. Now, it's trying the ADMA also, where we happen to see it was previous support prior, now resistance. Interesting. So could you fade this pop short term? Likely. Now, what's the price target underneath? I don't know, because there's a lot of air below. There's a lot of air below. Okay, a lot of air below. So I don't know who asked about. Tyler asked about it. I don't know, Tyler. Were you looking at putas or are you looking at calls? Probably putas, you would think. Definitely in a downtrend. Definitely in a downtrend. Okay. Guys, in a downtrend, you fade the pops. In an uptrend, you buy the dips. An uptrend meaning you're above the MAs and you're above the 200 day. So when it dips back, it's just a normal pullback. Okay, then you buy that dip. But you notice on stocks like PayPal, right? You don't buy those dip until they confirm because they're underneath all the MAs and stuff, right? The tell was when they sold it off after earnings and it was already underneath the 200 day, it was already underneath the 50 day, and then it got underneath the 20 day. Okay, we needed to let it tell us where it was gonna have support. Okay, to me now with this reaction, how we have it, we finally have a close over the 20 day. Okay, finally a close over the 20 day. Short-term target is probably going to be 209. Right, Justin, that last pop? Yeah, or no, I'm sorry, go back up a little bit. I'm sorry about that. You're right there. 215. 215. Then you have where Justin had that green one. Yeah. 226. Right? 226. But we notice we have that close over the 20 day. That's nice. That's the first bit of life that we've really seen out of PayPal. Okay. First bit of life. Cool. Good. Nice move. I mean, what? 20 points off the bottom? About 79 to 90. Yeah. I mean, almost 18. Not bad. Right? Not bad. I like it. I like it. I don't even think anyone asked for it, but we gave it anyway. Okay. CHPT. That was one today. Justin, you called this out on the comment side. You guys ate like crazy, I believe. Okay. What did we say today? Wait, no, you guys fucking fucking degenerate gambled this. That's right. That's where I've seen this a million fucking times. Hold on, I know there's a bunch of messages. Dylan, these AirPods are this shit. Yeah, those AirPods definitely are this shit. Nice. They're talking about, oh, watch for trend breakout, not playing yet. Came up on the scanner. Yeah, the hammer confirmation on. I think that was PayPal we're probably talking about. Yeah.
Dude, I always fucking mute myself like a fucking idiot. I was literally just like breaking it down, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I like it here. I mean, I think it's finding some good support. I think 20 is a major level. I think anything under 20, any kind of institutions, the hedge funds buy it up.
Yep. The outlook on Chargeboy has to be massively bullish. I mean, just the infrastructure plan, the amount of new EV companies, the amount of more EV cars on the market. Like,
I mean, it's not gonna be something where we're gonna see it go to 40 or 60 like instantly, but you hold this in your Roth or hold this long term for 5 years
Yeah.
and you
This
buy
is what
anytime it goes under.
I would like leaps at this level. Like if you guys like the option leaps, like you go look at some 2023s, maybe like 30, 40, see how much those are. They're not that expensive. And you just buy and forget about it, man. You buy the commons here and forget about it. Put it in your Roth. I think Justin, we were talking about putting it on in the Roth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like any dip under 20, and any dip under 20 has proven to be
Bought up.
a solid bought. Yeah, bought up, like solid.
See that
for a while
buy pressure on all of them. Look at those long ass wicks. It
Yeah.
goes down and there's huge buying. Plus, look what that level is that it's at. That just
Yeah, it's the
red.
breakout level. So that's finding new support there, which is super bullish and super strong at that level.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know.
Trend reversal. I would like to see a close above the 20. The 20-day. You guys see it's very pointed down right now. So it might base for a little bit, right? Don't go hopping into some weekly calls here, right? Just because we're saying like, hey, long term it's bullish. Like, let it confirm, like PayPal. Don't get caught, right? Because it's underneath the 200-day. Okay.
If you're gonna risk, you risk super light.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That you can scale. So a way where you can scale into.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly.
Because if it does take off from here, yeah, then that's a solid ass entry. It is a bottom entry. So I mean, this would be a place to start risking, but you risk light because it did cross the 20, like Chris said, but you want to risk light because it didn't fully break over.
Yeah.
So
like go to I think the daily tells a story a little bit better. Like look, still technically sell candles, still a close under the 8 EMA on the daily, right? Still underneath the 200 days. So let it confirm. Let it confirm. Okay. Let it confirm.
Yeah, and also, yeah, if you see it close underneath the body of yesterday, so that's not bullish.
That's not short-term bullish.
Yeah.
And if you look on the 4 hour, you go back to the 4 hour, that's a long sell pressure wick on that last 4 hour candle.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay, cool. What do they want next? They want CFVIW. I think that's a warrants play.
Yeah, it is for CF. I mean, nice. I mean, it's in the flag.
Yeah, that's a nice consolidation. So you guys see a nice move higher and then consolidate. Okay, and when we talk about consolidation, think of it when I talk about that TTM squeeze. When something's consolidating, it's coiling up. It's building pressure, right?
Ooh. Closed above that. I like that.
Is that a bullish engulfing?
Technically, yeah. I mean, I would say technically, yeah, it would be.
And still using the 8 EMA, sorry, the 8 EMA.
Ooh, like I just want this.
Ooh,
it is high, so the next push up, it should cool off after that is what it's looking like.
Yeah.
I mean, it can push higher, but I think once it makes its, I think it probably will. Sorry, I probably will make a next push, but once it does that, it'll probably have to cool off is what it looks like.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because everything's high. So like, yeah, if it does push here and then it cool off.
What was that? What's all that buying at the close? Was there news? I don't know who asked this. Who asked for this one? Oh, warrant thief wants to know about the warrant. That makes sense. Warrant.
Yeah,
thief.
he runs all the warrants for us.
Oh, nice. Was there news on this at the close or something, or did because the warrants are of the underlying SPAC, right?
Yeah, but they're usually a lot cheaper, so you can get a way better move out of it versus the regular commons.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, so you can like get 100%, 200% way easier.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
So that's why people love playing warrants, because they're like cheap and a lot cheaper. So if they do move, yeah, you can make bank.
Yep. Okay, I like it. Okay, cool. Yep, that's CFBI. Looks like it's flagging out pretty nice, man. Definitely looks bullish to me.
I would look at least to maybe, I would say test 529 if it does pump, and then.
Yeah, you just.
I mean, honestly, these wicks is probably what it's going to go to be real with you. So it'd probably be like 539, and then like 647 obviously is the top is what I would look for. But everything is pretty hot, so I'd look for a pop and then a fade. So that's what I'd be looking for tomorrow. That's what.
Yeah, the haircut. Yeah, speculation on Tesla of a split. Whatever. I'm not gonna hold my breath. What are we looking at? Roku? Did I miss a bunch, or were we hitting them? Did I just totally not scroll up in that? Hold on.
Okay, boner candle.
BYSCI we look at. CCL. Oh, you know what? Okay, after Roku, we'll look at CCL too. Okay, sorry, just want to throw it out there. Yeah, but look at
Did they get news?
The Roku news with Google is they expanded their partnership with YouTube. That was huge news. Huge news. Huge.
Wait, with YouTube?
No, Roku expanded the partnership like via YouTube or something like that.
Okay.
The news came out this morning. Fuck.
Yeah, what happened? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. What happened is they had a disagreement, and that was settled last night. And I saw it on the news this morning, and I was so keyed in on SPY, I didn't pay it any mind. Some of the calls went 14,000%.
Oh yeah, they went
Holy
stupid.
shit.
Yeah, you know, what's funny too is actually I saw someone post that unusual whales yesterday. Somebody loaded like the 250 calls when it was at like 200. So like 50 points out the money with 2 days to expiration, right? Or 3 days, I guess it'd be 3 days. Yeah. So who was it? Who are you? Who are you? Name yourself.
This Sparky.
Okay. Right on, man. Thank you for bringing that. No, definitely a big ass move. So
Massive.
here's the thing. Does this gonna confirm a trend reversal? Could it? I don't know the specifics of like if this is from the business model standpoint, top and bottom line, having this disagreement settled, how bullish it is. Did they just bull run it up because the news and everybody got behind it? To me, it's got to get back over that Justin, what's the high? Yeah, the high of that. Yeah, I would like it back in the 270s.
I mean,
back to the
could
50.
be a bunch of shorts covering too. Could cause a spike because they're like
a little squeezy. I don't
Yeah.
know, but I think tomorrow, the rest of the week will be the tell. Definitely, you want to see if they just sell it off. Not good. If we see some continuation buying, okay. But right now, under the 200-day, under the 50-day, well, actually a close over the 20-day, which is bullish. MACD did just cross, which is nice. Okay, but I wouldn't go putting the mortgage on the call side here. Not yet.
I was thinking puts.
Yeah, I mean, this could definitely fade. You would think the profit taking comes.
at least
Yeah.
a fade on a 50-point.
At least a fade.
Sure.
I think this is a high setup fade opportunity for a trade. 100%. I agree. But I would just want to be careful. That news, if it could change the actual trend, if it could get a close above the 50-day, I'm thinking pretty bullish to me. But it's not there yet, so we'll see. See where it's at tomorrow pre-market and see what happens. Definitely nice, but great play. Thank you. Okay, Roku puts, putas, Microsoft or do Microsoft? Block, just all commercial, pyramid. Oh, Dylan says the pyramid was the office. Harness the power of the pyramid.
Okay, the pyramid, yeah.
Yep. Okay, these. PaySafe. Wait, no. PSFE. What's that? PaySafe.
Wait, which one?
PaySafe, or is that PSFE?
Okay, pay safe.
That was one you were playing.
Bro, pay safe. Just holy fuck.
What'd they do? Sell it off for earnings?
Bro, the NAV was 10.
Oof. Was this one of those COVID stocks that got love because it was like PaySafe? That sounds like a PayPal thing. Like, is it a payment thing?
Well, yeah, it's like payment, but it's like they're valued at billions and billions. I don't know. I remember reading there was like such good news and hype. Like I was all about it, but I forgot what happened. I think, and then they came out like the analysts were like, actually, it's not that good or some shit.
It could've-
But yeah, I see
yeah.
the NAV was 10, dude. Like, and then it turned into pay safe and then fucking crushed it.
Yeah. I mean, huge bullish engulfing candle. I do like that. I would think possibly if it wanted to, it would want to attract and get back to the 8. Yeah.
506, yeah, 5. I would say
So
5
that
is
that could be a nice, like, pretty much like a 20% play, couldn't it? Right? Is that $4? No, not 20. Sorry.
it'd have to be
10%
80.
play.
Yeah, it would if it went to
No,
5.
20. You're right. No, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. 80-cent move.
Yeah,
I
I
would
mean, it
think
looks like it's
with-
probably going to fill this gap. I would imagine 721, but yeah, I mean, at least 5. It's crossing over the 20. MACD cross on the daily, like perfect ass setup. And it closed above the 20, not super crazy above, so that's good. You have a big volume shelf on the daily.
Yeah, I would watch.
I
would
like
watch
this actually.
It would need to
for-
get up over after that huge red candle down where the now resistance, you know what I'm talking about right there, that those 3 candles to the right of the big red candle down. What's the level there? A little bit higher.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
The level to the 3 candles to the right of the big down candle. Of the big down candle. They sold it off as probably earnings. That earnings. No, to the left. Yeah, those candles. What is the resistance there? They popped up after
Oh,
that
right
down.
here. My bad.
Yeah.
451.
Yeah, 451, 455-ish area. I would look to get back there. A close over that area would
Super.
likely go test the 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, PaySafe has warrants too. Yeah, Warrant Thesis PaySafe has warrants too. Warrant Thief, if you don't mind dropping that ticker, that'd be great too. It'd probably just add a W on there, right? Yeah.
Should it doesn't look pay safe plus the warrants.
Plus?
Yo, 83 cents. These could move.
Those are cheap. Yeah. So look,
That's what I'm
these are
saying.
like
These can double fucking easy on
warrants
one.
kind of are like sometimes they could be like option priced, right? So
They
like
move like
imagine 83
option.
cents. Imagine if it got back to $2. You know what I'm saying? It got back to $2. That's like 150%. It's not bad. That's not bad. Ryan says there's insider buying on PaySafe. Interesting.
Bro, you guys are making me wet right now. Fuck.
Okay.
Because I'm crying tears of excitement.
Calls are cheap.
Nasty ass mine.
You dirty. You fucking
You're
Cortina.
dirty.
Okay. Chad says, remember, strike price on warrants is 1150. Okay, 1150.
Ooh, nice.
SPAC warrants are okay, Chad said the SPAC warrants are basically a ticket to buy the SPAC common at a strike price, usually 1150 at a later date. They trade cheap and usually pop on definitive agreement. Okay,
Yep.
thanks, Chad. Thank you. Okay, what else do we want to? We skipped CCL. Sorry, Kevin. I know we typed it in. Do CCL.
Dude, this is like one thing. I'm sorry, guys. I got caught up in other things. I mean, it's still close to the bottom though, but I wish I would have caught.
Yeah, Carnival Cruise Lines.
I mean, it only makes sense.
That's a gap fill up. Interesting.
It filled
You notice that chart looks almost identical to all the airline charts too.
because all
Those travel charts, they're all travel,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, but you would think, I don't know.
It
honestly don't know.
Kiss the 20-day. That's good. This is a daily, right? Yeah, kiss the 20-day. That's nice. Fill the gap up, nice, but it's underneath the 200-day, underneath the 20, underneath the 50. Interesting.
I mean, but look how on discount it is still. And are more people going on cruises?
Yeah, I think. I mean,
right? I mean, I don't know.
To me, it looks like it's in a downtrend though, but
it does, but that's I don't know.
You want to kind of wait. There's so much uncertainty right now with the Omicron, just the COVID in general. Are they going to vax mandate travel? Are they not? Are they going to let you have a COVID test? Are they not? Right? I mean, that whole like the cruise ship coming into port in Texas, and then like it was like full of COVID cases and shit. Like that would scare some people, right? I don't know what the cruise line was.
What is
but,
it?
But yeah, I mean,
Breaks you.
To me, I think long-term travel is going to be fine. I believe we're going to finally put this bullshit behind us and move the fuck forward. But, short term, I mean, if the chart is telling me anything, It's telling me that it's in a downtrend, right? Telling me it's in a downtrend. So RCL, I don't know what RCL, oh, Royal Caribbean. Similar, right? Dip down and pop up, but it did make a lower low. Look at that MACD. Ugh.
Disgusting.
Zillow I like. Zillow's doing a share repurchase program. I think Zillow goes back to the 20 MA. I think it goes over 75.
I think so too. Dude, I'm just, oh my God, I hate myself.
I think it goes back, I think it goes back over 25.
Now, this is one of those that I just didn't hold, and I just like, it's so fucking stupid because I'm like, obviously, like it's so beaten down. They said they're selling their homes easily, and they're doing a 750 million repurchase buyback. Like, why wouldn't I just hold?
Yep.
But I do think we at least see 70 easy for sure. And then, like you said,
Yeah.
75.
For those of you guys that don't know, Justin scalped it and should have held it. And he would have made a killing. But anyway,
So dumb.
So listen, it dips under the 200-day, but listen, the MAs are still above the 200-day. I still think it's a bullish stock. I think Zillow is always going to be around. It's definitely the leader. You know, I think like Redfin, Zillow, those are the two. Like when you're going to go look at a house, you usually go to those two. I mean, that's what I do. I don't know if anyone else has any other ones. Maybe. I think, and now the share repurchase, right? And hopefully they're not too upside down with the homes that they've owned. If they can sell them easily, then that's definitely bullish for the future. I think
Let's get back to 100.
Definitely get back. I mean, right, that news, why did it drop so heavy right there? What was that? November.
Remember, that was when they were saying like, oh
this is the
shit.
weekly. I thought this was a daily. I'm like, this was 5 days ago. No. You're right. No, you're right. Yeah, okay, that was right when they said that we had to lay off 25% of our employees because our entire board of directors let the CEO do the stupidest decision ever. And I went on my rant. That's right.
But yeah, but then they're all like, oh no sweat. We're killing it. We pretty much sold all our homes and we're buying a bunch of stock back.
They said the buy low, sell high model is outdated. I remember reading that article. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? You're letting these people run your company. And they said, we're going to buy high and sell higher. I'm like, oh my God, kill me now. It's like we've got fucking the president of the GME and AMC cult running Zillow. Okay. But at least they buy the dip. God damn. Zillow doesn't even buy the dip. They just buy the top. Anyway. Okay. There's my 2 cents.
I think this is definitely one of those that we can start adding into and holding.
I think long term, I like it a lot. I think you want to get back to the that 200-day and the ADMA. I mean, they're the same spot, right? That's probably about $70, 69, 70. Yeah. I mean, you would think what I would like to see is a close above the 200-day and then a retest of the 200-day after, like, technically it would be a breakout technically. Right, like the closing that confirmation of trend, and then if it retested it, you probably load like a month or two out. Yeah, January 80 calls are 50 cents. I mean, that's not bad. I think it could definitely get back to 85 where Justin's cursor is, where that was pretty much support. Okay, that's about 85, 84, 84, 66. I think in the next month or two, maybe even some March. Go find the monthlies in March. 85. That doesn't sound bad to me at all, right? And you would want to do that after you confirm a close above the 200-day. You don't do that right now. Okay, so this one you put on your watch, right? You say, if it breaks 70, notify me. So it breaks 70, right? You let it notify you. And then you're like, okay, it broke 70. I'm going to watch this. If it retests and holds 70, which is where the 200-day is, then I'm going to buy some calls long, right? Okay. Don't blow your load early like me. Okay. Nice chart though. Look, right back up to that volume shelf.
If you ever want to see what a buyback and what accumulation looks like, this is literally what. So consolidation is more where it's on a flat line like this. And then accumulation is where it looks like this. It goes up.
It just is a melt up.
Yeah. So that, I mean, it's, yeah. So it's just that if you guys, that's technically the difference between them. So consolidation is going to be like more flat like this, it's consolidating. And this is what accumulation looks like, right? Because people are actually buying it up slowly accumulating it. So obviously it's going up very slowly. So you could see that Zillow obviously is already buying back their stock.
Okay. Yeah, I like Zillow long. I do like Zillow long. I am a fan. I think we finally found the bottom.
Yeah, so
And
I think we got some new long swings. So we're saying like Zillow,
yeah.
Snap.
Guys, I think now, right? So this is how fast things can change, right? We went from total bull run, close your eyes, buy any call on any strike anywhere. It's probably going to go 100%, and life was good. And then we got shook in the fuck up when we had just the Omnicron, and we had the Fed open their big fucking dumbass mouth, and they had a taper tantrum, right? And then we had some downsides, but then we held, and then we've ripped. We went 14 days of downtrend and then recovered all of it in 2 days. That's pretty bullish to me. Just talking about SPY here. That's pretty bullish. All right. And now we held after 2 days. We've had consolidation for the last day and a half. So tomorrow's the tell. We need to hold 465-ish, 466, right, to confirm an uptrend. If so, Lotto Friday is going to go fucking retarded. It's gonna be fun. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Not retarded. It's gonna go stupid. It's gonna go crazy. My apologies. I didn't. My apologies. I shouldn't have said that. Okay. So.
No, but guys, and this is another thing, is like, why try to catch like it? I mean, you can try to catch the very bottom of something, or you can at least wait for like reversals on these. So we're seeing a lot of these, are technically kind of confirming reversal with a close over the 20. And then we see the rest of the market strong, right? The rest of the market's very bullish. Like Chris said, SPY recovered pretty much in 2 days. So we see a continuation higher. We know, I mean, stocks are pretty much showing us that this is the bottom. So these are good entries to get in on a swing, especially on these, like Snap or Zillow that we know are going to be around. They're not just, and we're getting them on discount because they just, we have all this red, and now we're finally seeing a strong reverse. All right, cool. Let's start entering in here and scaling in to get on this swing.
Yep.
So this is where you are protecting your capital and doing less risk, but also making money.
Okay, wait. Zoom out right here, Justin, because holy shit, this has like been what we've been talking about this whole time. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is the 4 hours. Fuck. Go to the daily real quick. Sorry. But this still might hold my confirmation. All right. Yeah, it does hold my confirmation. So look, it's under the 200-day, and it moved under the 20-day and 50-day. Then look what it did. It got above all those. It tested the 200-day. It failed. But it retested the 50-day, which was the previous breakout. Do you guys see that? The MACD is confirming an uptrend. Okay. This almost looks like a big ass cup, ugly ass cup forming too, if I'm just trying to squeeze that in.
Yeah, it does.
They're probably like, enough with the cup and handle already, you fucking alcoholic. Okay. So go to the 4 hour though. The 4 hour is interesting to me because the 4 hour, you have a nice break of downtrend, right? You've broken, you got above the 200-day, then you retest the 200-day. Okay. That's what we mean. Right now, if it holds and we get a golden cross on the 4 hour, okay, it's likely if we get a golden cross on the 4 hour that the 1 hour or the 1 day will probably follow. Okay, so we want to hold this level here.
And do you see how it broke the 20? And you see how we tell you guys to wait because look how it came back.
Yeah,
and now
you
it's
could have
retesting.
chased this. Yeah.
So if you're like, oh, it broke the 20, and then you're buying up here, you're like, oh, well, it broke the 20 and 200 and all this shit. And you buy it, and now you're fucked. So
breakout and retest. But if the trend is confirmed higher, it'll still go higher. You missed the initial move, that's okay, but it made so that the trend now says you can buy, you have confirmation to buy this dip. That's what it tells you. That's what it tells you. Was that a double bottom on the daily and weekly? Let's take a look, Justin. Daily and weekly. Was that a double bottom?
Wait, say it again. Go where?
Go to the daily first. Yeah, daily, and then double bottom. Yes, look at the weekly. That's definitely a double bottom. I mean, definitely a higher low.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but I would say, yeah, I'd say a double bottom. Now go to the weekly. Weekly chart. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's definitely a double bottom. And look, it's right on the, is that,
That's a POC.
oh, it's POC. Okay. Interesting.
Hmm.
Interesting. Higher low on this weekly. So look, we'd want the weekly to close. Now, if we're looking like long term, right? We zoom in, we see where's the 50-day or the 100 to 200-day on the weekly, right? If we zoom in, I think it's right about 52-ish, right? We'd want it to close above 52 this week, right? That, to me, that would confirm. To me, that would confirm. Okay. Understand the larger time frames and then make your way down. Okay. Yes. So good. Ryan says double bottom daily, weekly. Yes, definitely. All right. Guys, is there anything else that you like, you don't like, you do like? I don't know. We are been going over 2 hours now. Jesus, time flew on this one. We needed this one though, because we just been so stuck playing the indices, which have treated us well. But why did we do that? Because we wanted to confirm that we're back in uptrends, right? We're back in uptrends. Okay. So now we've confirmed that. Now, look, now I think it's safe. If we had a breakout from the last 2 days, it's probably going to retest some areas and we can get back in. That's what we noticed, right? We noticed a lot of plays breaking out, going higher, and then hopefully they come back, right? Missed the move, wait for it to retrace. I like Apple to 177. I do like Tesla off that double bottom too. And then Snap. I do like Snap. I'd like Snap on a retrace on a excuse me, a retest of an area, or just a little bit of a dip, right? Just a little bit of a dip. Has to close above 51.66. Snap has to close above 51.66. Can you check out BYSI? BYSI. Oof. Oh, this is a weekly. Beyond Spring. What do they do? Beyond Spring. Is that
I think it's
water?
pharmaceutical.
Oh, pharma. Water.
Yeah, they had a cancer drug that didn't pass up FDA approval. And I feel like what they did is they used our money to finance their next run. So they knew what was going on because they didn't release data until the next morning. And that's what happened. It closed for a news and it gapped down and it never came back up.
So they missed? Did they not get the approval or what?
Yeah, they didn't get the approval, and it's almost like they knew they weren't going to get it because.
Oh, okay.
So
and now at this level, is insider buying high?
I don't know. I dumped it and got back out. So.
Okay, that's what I would look at too. Also with these, I think Justin actually, JG Banks, he made a good point on like understanding the insider buying on these bio stocks a lot too, because they know FDA approval can rocket these things back up or send them back down, right? So I would look at that, guys. You guys, you go to FinViz, check it out, see what the institutional buying is doing, the insider buying, see if the transactions are up and down. That always helps. It looks like nice support here though. You know what I mean? Looks like nice support, and it even closed its candle above, I'd say, where the recent resistance was, right? I would probably look for a target of maybe getting back to the 680-ish, right? That AEMA. Interesting. Okay. I would take a look, but let it confirm. Make sure that this is the bottom, guys, right? Seems like it is, but just make sure it's not a lot of volume down there. All right. Last minute comments, questions, concerns. Trell and I will be live trading Friday again in LA.
Like Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles, California.
Whoa.
we'll be doing the live trading again. I know you guys like that. I'm going to bring my mic this time. There's one thing I did forget, but I will bring the mic, and hopefully that helps with the sound. I know, but honestly, Trell was screaming so loud that, I mean, I think my neighbors back in Orange County heard him. But yeah, okay. They said BYSI 68% insider owned. I'd say that's good. I'd say for knowing that they sold off and they weren't going to get it, like they're holding, that's pretty good.
Yo, were you guys planning on trading in LA, like downtown LA, like over by Trail, or
Yeah, but at the shop,
at the shop, at the barber shop, right?
at the barber shop, correct.
Solid, thanks.
Yeah, is that Brian?
Nah, that's Cooper. I'm
Oh,
kind of
Cooper.
new. Trail turned me on to you guys.
Oh,
Cool.
right on, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Are you in
he's always
LA? Are
told-
you in that area?
I'm in Marina Del Rey, so I'm not too far away.
Oh man. If you got Trell's number, hit him up. I'm sure anyone could pull up and pull through, man.
Yeah,
think
I've
that-
been meaning to come through, so I'll see you guys there.
Yeah.
Friday.
We're don't feel rushed. We're gonna try to do it every Friday from here on out.
Solid, cool.
Yeah. So just let us know if you're coming through, so we just expect you. But yeah, it's 100 West 7th Street or something like that. 110 West 7th Street. Just,
Cool.
we'll
Yeah,
just get the address from us. Yeah.
That's what I figured. Yeah. All right,
Yep.
solid. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And that's also goes for any of you other guys that you guys are out visiting or you're in this area or whatever. And guys, it's always open invite, right? I think Brian, you guys know Brian Christopher. Like he's come through a couple times. And like he just even says it's like, man, he's like, I don't even trade, like I don't even bring my laptop. He's like, just to listen to you guys and just watch you, like it's good, right? So we're hoping that helps. We're hoping we get the mic added so you guys can hear us a little bit better. And then we want to get started a tad bit earlier, just to kind of walk you through in the pre-market what we're seeing, what we believe could happen, so that everybody's just ready to go. Just want everyone to be ready to go. That's it. All right. Justin, anything you got?
Nope. I'm about to go to Cheesecake Factory.
Oh
Get
shit.
Diva chocolate.
Why
brownie
you always
sundae.
fun with me at cheesecake? Okay. All right, cool guys. That's all I got. That's all JG Banks has got. Get some sleep tonight. Tomorrow's a new day. We're gonna crush it. Whatever's in front of us. Remember, jobless numbers at 5:30 a.m., 8:30 Eastern. There's gonna be some movement on the numbers. Not as much tomorrow as CPI and inflation.
And
Alrighty.
just focus on one trade at a time. All trades is one trade a day.
One trade at a time, one trade a day. All right.
Cool.
All right, fellas and ladies. We'll see y'all bright and early in the pre-market. Peace.